Okay, sixth graders, this video is to help you with question 3 on your second CR. It says find the area of this rectangle if the length is 5.5 and the width is 3.5. All right, so you have to know for the area of a rectangle, the formula is length times width. So to find your area, you take your length of 5.5 and you multiply it by your width of 3.5. Now, when we have to multiply mixed numbers, there's lots of strategies for this, but the most direct way to handle this is to change each of them to an improper fraction, a fraction where the numerator is larger than the denominator. Let's take a look and let me show you what I mean. For 5.5, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles and a half of another circle. The real question here is how many halves is that? Well, if I take the 5 full circles and I cut each of them in half, I see that 5.5 is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5.5 is actually 11 halves. That's the exact same number. So instead of 5.5, I can write 11 halves. And a teacher, I always draw it out. I always use a visual to figure out 5.5 is how many halves. But teachers may have showed you this little trick. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11 halves. Now we're going to take 3.5 and figure out how many halves that is. So 3.5. 1, 2, 3 full circles and half of another circle. So let's see how many halves in 3.5. So I'm going to take my 3 full circles, chop them each in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3.5 is 7 halves. So instead of 3.5, I'll write 7 halves. 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 more is 7 halves. And at that point, so in order to multiply mixed numbers, rewrite them both as improper fractions, where your numerator is larger than your denominator. At that point, you can just multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 11 times 7 is 77. 2 times 2 is 4. So we have 77 fourths. We have to figure out what that is back in a mixed number. 77 fourths, wow. So I could draw out fourths, and I could keep drawing out fourths till I got up to 77 of them. But probably the easier way is to take 4 and divide it into 77. So, because you know this is going to be greater than 1, 77 divided by 4, put the 77 inside the division box, the 4 on the outside. 4 goes into 7 once. 1 times 4 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring down a 7. 4 goes into 37. 4 times 9 gets me to 36. 9 times 4 is 36. Subtract off. 7 minus 6 is 1. So it's 19 and 1/4 circles. Let me just show you. If I took 19 circles, cut them into fourths, and did another fourth, I would come up with 77 fourths. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sorry about that. 16, 17, 18, 19 full circles, and then just 1/4 of another circle. You just want to make just 1/4 of another circle. So let's break these into fourths. If I took all 19 of these circles and broke them into fourths, and then I had this extra fourth here, I'm going to guarantee you at the end of the day, you'll have 77 little fourths. I would never lie to you. Of course, it could take us a long time to figure that out if we were drawing out all of these fourths. That's why teachers teach you these little quick mathematical strategies. But let's see. Let's make sure in 19 whole circles and an extra fourth of another circle that we really have 77 fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77 fourths. So 19 and 1/4 is the same as 77 fourths, and that's the visual. Let me say this, since this video ran a little long. Just so you know, these videos are to support you. So if you get to a point in the video where you're like, oh, this is enough of a hint, I know exactly where to roll. All I needed to do was remember the area formula. Then you pause the video, move on. Oh, all I had to do was remember to change how to change to impropers. Pause the video, try your own. You don't have to watch the entire video. Some of them run long. Hope that helped.